Whenever you're trying to change your identity, your limiting beliefs come up so hard because they feel so threatened. You don't have to actively manifest because your limiting beliefs break as it is. The way your energy shifts and the way your energy expands, you will attract the things naturally. Detachment is not that you should detach from your will to manifest, you should detach from the fear that it won't manifest. I did 4 or 5 months of shadow work straight where I was doing journaling and prompts every single day. Thoughts are the absolute reality when they're not. Thoughts and facts are two separate things. Once the wound is healed, the thoughts will automatically stop. I applied to 90 to 120 jobs, and every time I got a rejection, I was like, yeah.
Hi everyone, I am Aditya and we are here with Samriddhi. Samriddhi, she is an amazing, brilliant person and she is a psychic and she does amazing chakra healing readings as well. And she will tell you more about that because she is expert on it. And so, yeah, over to you, Samriddhi.
Hi everyone, I'm Samruddhi. I'm a psychic medium. I do chakra healing, I do tarot readings, I am a channel for the divine, and it's been 4 years since I've started this journey, so I have a lot of experience so far.
And we are here to all about it. I am really, as a person, I have known Samriddhi for over a year and she's amazing person. And I am really excited to hear all about it, your journey and everything, because that's really inspiring. So we'll start with what you do in a little bit more detail and then also share people where they can connect with you, Instagram or maybe LinkedIn, or maybe you have something where people can connect with you. So start with that.
So I have an Instagram page. It's called Tattva Shakti, and I started this in 2021, like Jan. I think this month marks the 4 year anniversary. 4 5 years, 2021 Jan to 26 Jan. So it's like 5 years. I realized in COVID that my abilities were developing very fast. I mean, I've always been a very sensitive person to energy. Bachpan se hi. I used to sense a lot of things. And I used to share them also, but with how kids are, people used to be like, "Acha, ye to bachchi hai." But in COVID, my ability started developing a lot, and I realized that I have the ability to see into the future a little bit. I have the ability to sense energies around people. I have the ability to heal people just by listening to them. And, even I was pulled to Reiki as well. So I am a level 1 Reiki practitioner as well. There were a lot of things that were happening. So I decided to open this page. And I started off with tarot readings. As the years progressed, I developed my psychic abilities. So from there, it's been a journey so far. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing to hear. So this podcast is about reinventing yourself in your 20s, and we'll talk about identity shifting, healing, and creating the reality, creating the life that you want. So the first question is like, I have taken notes, so I'll ask from there. So how did you reinvent your life, and what does it mean for you?
I have reinvented my life a lot. Okay, so I'll tell you, I did my undergraduate in pharmacy, and then professionally, I became a designer after my graduation. So that was like a huge U-turn in my life, and that is how that was my biggest reinvention of myself, I think. After that, as the design, path was progressing on itself, my abilities were also increasing. So I also became a healer and a channel at the same time as a psychic medium. So in the last 4 years, I would say I have been constantly reinventing myself a lot. And even now, I think I am going through a major shift. And very soon I will be reinventing myself again. So it has been a lot of ups and downs, but I would not trade it for the world.
Yeah, I agree. And change is good. I feel, I know it is scary, but it is also good. At the moment, it feels scary,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
later it feels like, thank God that happened. By the way, how did you get into design? Like, how did you know that this is what you want to do, not in pharmacy or?
Yeah. So again, bachpan se I've been very creative. I used to design clothes for my dolls back when I was like first class. So I've always been a very creative person. I used to, design clothes for my dolls. I used to design furniture for the doll house और जो भी मेरा जो ये सीन था उसमें मैं इमेजिन करती थी कि ये दीवार है और मैं पेपर पे उस पे फर्नीचर लगा के फिर उसको चिपकाती थी दीवार पे कि दिस इज व्हाट द फर्नीचर शुड लुक लाइक एंड एवरीथिंग. So I've always been a very creative person, but as you know, we grew up and we realize that maybe creativity is not the perfect
Money making
role.
thing.
तो वो जो थोड़ा सा peer pressure आ जाता है कि अरे arts is not that kind of a what do you say? It's not a proper career path and stuff.
Stable
So
job.
I was following that. I was pretty happy. Sorry? हाँ,
Mm-hmm.
it is not a stable
Stable
job.
job.
करके वो
Yeah.
वो तो था, वो तो definitely था. But I think I just had like a major breakdown at that time because I was realizing that I was not happy with pharmacy. I was doing good at it. There was nothing wrong with it, but I was not fulfilled emotionally. And I was also seeing there
Mm-hmm.
was so much happening around the world, with the pandemic and so many people were passing away. And I just realized that if something happens to me today, the life I've been living till
Mm-hmm.
now it's filled with regrets or I'm not happy and I don't want that. So around that time I decided that nahi, abhi to it's time to do something or at least have a life that I'm proud of. I don't want to die just having all of these wishes. So then I decided, then I got into digital art because again, I have always been a creative
Mm-hmm.
person. I got into digital art and through digital art, somebody introduced me to design and they were like, you don't have to have a degree in design to pursue design. Because I did think
Mm-hmm.
about design as a career very seriously also, but then I thought कि शायद मेरे पास degree नहीं है because I'm pursuing a whole different side. तो फिर so
Mm-hmm.
that person helped me out. So I went to the workshop and then I realized. So then from there I decided that I'll do my career in design. And right now I'm a visual designer. I do branding. I am currently in email marketing and I've worked with startups. It's been a couple years since I'm a designer now.
Amazing. So this is like your first job or पहले भी किसी कंपनी में काम किया है मतलब एज अ डिजाइनर?
So currently I'm in my second job. I recently shifted my jobs, I think in August. I shifted jobs. I started officially being employed as a designer in 2024. So I joined a company which focused on email marketing for US based B2B and D2C, what do you say, businesses, and we were handling the email marketing for them. So from there, I started learning how email marketing works, what kind of visuals work, what is A/B testing, how a lot of things work like that. So yeah, right now I'm in a similar role
Okay.
also right now.
Okay, got it. So, obviously, if someone is listening and they want to pivot, and obviously there is a logical part that everybody can understand. Okay, if I want to go for this role, then I have to do ABC and then go. But there are some of the energetic parts as well that most of the people like
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
we call it we are going to manifest, and or like some
yeah,
energetic work, ritual, intentions, and everything. So did you do
yeah.
anything like that? Okay, tell us that.
So much. I'll tell you, when I was pivoting my career, there were so many limiting beliefs that I had to face. Because whenever you're trying to change
Yeah.
your identity, your limiting beliefs
Mhm.
come up so hard because they feel so threatened ki this is not, who I am supposed to be. So I think I did 4 or 5 months of shadow work straight where I was doing journaling and prompts every single day. I was doing EFT every single day to release these, what do you say, limiting beliefs. So one of the biggest limiting beliefs I had was nobody's going to take me seriously because I don't have a professional certificate in design. As a self-taught designer, I felt
Mhm.
it is extremely hard to get into design without having a background. So that was a lot of limiting beliefs. So what I did, logically, I went on LinkedIn and I found other self-taught designers. I started following people who had no degree. I even found a person in Google who is self-taught, and one of the first line on his LinkedIn bio says, "I'm a self-taught designer at Google." So I screenshotted that and I kept it on my phone, and I was like, "This is where people can land up, even if they're self-taught." So that was what I did. Another thing, EFT helped me a lot actually in this time. EFT helped me release so many of these beliefs, and I'm not kidding.
Mhm.
The way I got my job, and in
Mhm.
March 2024, I started applying. By March second week, I had gotten this job in my dream city. So basically, Bangalore is something I've been manifesting since 2019, 2020. Okay. And I've always
Mhm.
wanted to come to Bangalore. For some reason, the city has always caught me. And so 2023 March, I get a job in Bangalore. And within 2 weeks, I have just decided that, okay, now I'm actually moving to Bangalore. And this job, it paid so much because it paid a
Mhm.
lot. Honestly speaking, this job, my first job, it paid much more than I could have even imagined at the time. So for me at the time, moving to my dream city with my dream pay, and within the
Mhm.
first 3 months, I got an appraisal as well at the job. So for me, it was like, wow, what is happening? So yeah, I wholeheartedly believe it's just because of the manifestations and the limiting belief release that I did. At that phase, if I had not done that, I don't think I would have, been successful at that job.
Okay, so you mentioned two things. First one is shadow work, and I think you did shadow work
Yeah.
through journaling, right? But you
Yeah.
also mentioned that you used prompt. So where did you find those prompts? Did you customize it, or did you found it online from somewhere?
Yeah, so I follow a lot of people online. So I used to get a lot of prompts on Instagram as well. मतलब post scroll करते. But 50% of the time I was asking questions to myself. They were the prompts. So let's say one of my most strongest prompts that helped me change my identity was, how does shame show up in my day-to-day activities? Because I have grown up with a lot of, what do you say? I was bullied while growing up, I was bullied a lot. So because of that, I was holding on to a lot of shame. And because of that shame was showing up in my career as well. कि ऐसा तुझे तो वैसे. So all of the voices of my bullies were still in my head. And when I realized that I'm holding on
Yeah.
to all of that shame, I started journaling and I started realizing. So it was more about having a conversation with myself more than calling them proper prompts. I would just say ki, the kind of conversations you have with the part of you that is holding you back. You just sit and you ask it why. Why are you doing this? What is
Yeah.
holding, like, what is going on with you? You keep asking questions until you reach, the root of it.
Yeah, so basically, if I can put it in a simpler word, correct me if, like, normally if someone is living their day to day life and if they feel pain about something and if they feel any negative emotion around something, they just should write it down and figure it out and then keep asking themselves question to go to the root cause, right? Okay, so this is about
Yes,
shadow
yes.
work. And then, are you expert in EFT tapping, or did you follow anybody online?
I am currently doing a certification course for it because honestly, it works like magic and I thought I need to do it. But I was following
Mm.
Brad Yates at the time. I was following a lot of Brad
Mm.
Yates tutorials. He is such an amazing practitioner, EFT practitioner. His videos are so detailed and his videos are they're just mind blowing. Like there are 10-15 minute videos, and for each topic, he has explained very well. So at the time, I was also going through fear of failure. I was going through a fear of success. I was going through a lot of procrastination because of, again, identity changes and stuff. So for all of these things, he has multiple videos on on his YouTube. So I watched a lot of them. There was a point where I was doing EFT every single day, and I was releasing these limiting beliefs every single day.
Okay. I love his content as well. There was a time in my life, I guess, in 2024, probably summer 2024, and obviously things were not going as, I wanted. And then I discovered from his one of the video, like, it was about grounding and it worked like magic. It worked like magic. I don't do EFT on a continuous basis, but kabhi kabhi jab waisa feel hota hai, I do that. So I do have one more question. So EFT and shadow work is mostly about releasing, but people also do stuff for attracting things. So did you do anything for that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I'm a very descriptive kind of person. So मुझे चीजें लिखने से ही, I feel I process things. I've always maintained a diary since, childhood. So again, journaling came very naturally to me. So my most common form of manifestation is also scripting. I write things down in a book and I say, I put a star, and it has worked so much. Scripting has worked magically for me. Scripting has worked. And what I've realized कि जब तुम अपने लिमिटिंग बिलीफ शिफ्ट करते हो ना, you don't have to actively
Mhm.
manifest because your limiting beliefs break as it is. The way your energy shifts and the way your energy expands, you will attract the things naturally. जब तुम shadow work और EFT करते हो and you release all of that, I have not found the need to actively attract things because I realized that they were coming to me very naturally.
Yeah, it's like कि कोई ब्लॉक है जो कि रोक के रखा है and then जब हट जाता है तो चीजें naturally
हाँ.
manifest. Yeah, makes sense.
हाँ.
Okay. So one more thing. There are times in our life, especially when we are changing things so much, it's hard to kind of trust and it's hard to believe कि मेरे से हो पाएगा या नहीं. Because obviously बहुत सारे
Yeah.
लोग, मार्केट, मैंने ये चीज अपने में कॉमनली देखी है एंड कुछ लोग हैं करीबी जो मेरे फ्रेंड्स हैं, आई हैव हर्ड देम टॉक अबाउट इट कि situation अलग होता है, right? Not every situation, not every person is same. Things are very subjective. So just to say like your example कि एक बंदा था जो गूगल का में डिजाइनर था, वो सेल्फ टॉट डिजाइनर था, बट ऐसे भी थॉट्स आते हैं कि जरूरी नहीं है कि वो गूगल में डिजाइनर है तो तुम भी हो जाओगे, यू नो, मे बी उसके सिचुएशंस अलग, मे
Yeah.
बी उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली, मे बी ही जस्ट लकी, stuff like that. So how to work on that? Is it like just
Yeah,
shadow
yeah.
work or
नहीं, सी देयर इज ऑल्सो दिस थिंग कि शैडो वर्क तो फिर भी सबकॉन्शियस वर्क पे आ जाता है। जब तुम्हारे कॉन्शियस माइंड में इतने सारे थॉट्स हो रहे हैं कि मुझसे तो नहीं होगा, आई एम नॉट श्योर हाउ टू डू इट। आई थिंक व्हाट वी हैव टू डेवलप इज मेंटल रेजिलियंस, कि व्हेन वी आर ट्राइंग टू चेंज
Mhm,
आवर आइडेंटिटी, व्हेन वी आर ट्राइंग टू बी अ बेटर पर्सन, देयर विल बी अ लॉट ऑफ नॉइज इन आवर हेड।
mhm,
एंड द पॉइंट प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है पता है, कि जब ये नेगेटिव थॉट्स आते हैं दिमाग में, बहुत सारे लोग छोड़ देते हैं बिकॉज देर लाइक अच्छा नेगेटिविटी, बिकॉज यू फील लाइक these
mhm,
thoughts are the absolute reality when they're not. Thoughts and facts are two separate things. It's just that we confuse between them. So if we develop the mental
mhm,
resilience and say कि अच्छा you're just a thought, it's okay. You can think whatever you want. I am going to do what I want to get there. Thoughts or
okay.
actions may, when we break that link, it helps a lot. And yeah, it is
Mhm,
definitely hard to, trust when you have no idea how the future is going to look. But when that comes
mhm,
now, I've always felt that God would not lead me somewhere where I was supposed to be lost. I have this unshakable trust in the universe or in God, where at the end of the day,
mhm,
kitna bhi mere life mein up and down, and I'm protected. And I know for a fact that I am, because there is so much evidence. I've had so many incidents where I have felt ki, while connecting the dots behind, I have felt कि many incidents, I feel on a daily basis, भगवान मुझे ऐसे दिख ही जाता है कि अच्छा है, भगवान है, साथ में है। तो कितना भी कुछ हो, I genuinely trust कि okay, if I'm going somewhere and I'm scared about it, there is a bigger plan in action,
mhm.
and it's normal to be scared.
Yeah, I can relate it so much actually. अब तो लाइफ में इतने सारे एविडेंस हो गए ना, इट्स लाइक इट्स हार्ड टू से कि नहीं.
Yeah.
So uh, yep, and it's a nice feeling. Knowing जैसे कि होता है ना कि it's like our body even feels calm. It's like not as much
Yeah.
fearful. Normally, yeah, मतलब there is an argument. A lot of people don't believe in all those things. You know, they don't believe in religion. They don't believe in spirituality. And obviously, it's their life, their belief. But I personally feel because when you start believing in higher power, divine, your body feels supported, it feels safe. This is the most logical part. And yeah, and I feel like personally it's always good to believe that you are always supported, you are always
Yeah.
loved and cared for.
Seriously, because I'll tell you, there are so many, what do you say? I don't understand how people believe that the way the world is constructed, the way the universe is constructed, the planets, the stars, and everything could be just a random coincidence. Like, how can everything be a coincidence? If there was no God, or if there
Same.
was nothing that was, working, in that sense, I don't think
Mhm.
the way the world is, the way everything has been designed so well, it could not be created without a creator, is my belief. Sari planets hai,
Yeah,
but
it is
only Earth
true.
has the, what do you say? Only Earth
Yeah,
has
right,
the
everything.
protection that,
Yeah, but there is also argument. So whatever I am going to say, I have not studied it, and so it's like सुन सुन के जो भी मैंने सुना है, ठीक है. I come from a family where people
Mhm.
don't believe in all those stuff, and it's like I have always questioned my faith. But then a lot of things, bad things happened. I started to have so much trust and so much faith. So obviously that's a story
Yeah.
for a different time. But then there
Yeah.
is argument that in universe, whatever was like not fit, they didn't survive, right? So it could be a planet, it could be another universe, it could be everything, you know. ठीक है.
Makes sense.
अगर हाँ, अगर कोविड में बात किया जाए तो ऐसा नहीं है, जो फिट था वो सर्वाइव किया, जो नहीं फिट था वो नहीं किया. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि गॉड हैंड पिक्ड दोज पीपल, नो.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Obviously there are a lot to get into that, and I am not going to go there because it contradicts my belief.
No, I think this is actually a personal belief because I do understand what
Yeah,
you're saying. Logically speaking, there are a lot of things
yeah,
because I did grow up as a very big questioner. Matlab, I grew up as a little bit of an atheist only. And I used to say, I will not believe God exists until I find some kind of proof about it. Because I was a very scientific,
yeah,
curious person. Okay. मैं मंदिर वंदिर भी उतना जाती नहीं थी because I used to be like, God is supposed to be everywhere. So, why should I just go to a
yeah.
temple and pray
I
and
still believe that.
and then I started, yeah. So then I started getting these experiences. I started sensing the energy of the divine within,
Mhm.
myself in the way that my abilities were increasing. And then I started sensing energy around people. And then I realized why people like going to temples is because there is pure divine energy there. The way we do puja, the way we do aarti, jaise people find peace over there because the energy of the divine is so pure and it is so concentrated, is a better word, that people go there to just feel relieved. That is the importance of a temple, I feel. So yeah, I do understand.
Yeah. I feel if we talk about like temples, whenever like whoever goes to temple, they are in complete surrender mode. Not if even if I don't say complete, not 100%, but more than 80%, they are in the surrender feeling. And when you have surrendered things to anybody, right, things become so much easier, peaceful, calmer, and it does amazing things to your nervous like body, nervous system.
So I was saying it's very interesting that people do go there in times of complete surrender. But personally, I found it hard to surrender my entire what do you say will like in God's hand. Even though I'm such a huge believer, I am also the kind of person who's very stubborn. I'm also the kind of person who's like करना है मुझे चाहिए और मुझे जो चाहिए वो चाहिए बस तो फिर बाकी कुछ नहीं मैं सुनूंगी तो when it comes to surrendering it is personally very hard for me to surrender but I have been there a few times so I do understand.
We love controlling things, especially the one we want.
We love control.
But the great lesson we need to learn is to detach,
Yeah.
and it's hard.
I also have this very interesting theory about detaching from the outcome. I was telling this to a friend also. So what I was generally saying to her was detachment. लोग सोचते हैं कि डिटैच करना मतलब मैनिफेस्टेशन को छोड़ देना या उस पर से इंटरेस्ट हटा देना बट अगर तुम इंटरेस्ट हटाओगे तो फिर वो मैनिफेस्टेशन कैसे होगा क्योंकि तुमको चाहिए अंदर से इसीलिए तो तुम मैनिफेस्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो अगर तुम कोशिश करोगे तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट हटाओगे तो फिर कैसे चलेगा the law of detachment is not that you should detach from your will to manifest. You should detach from the fear that it won't manifest. I feel like you have to have so much
Mhm,
faith in the universe that it will give you whatever you
mhm.
want, that you rest around it. That is how
Yeah,
detachment actually works. Not by saying ki acha mujhe nahi chahiye. I will gaslight the universe into saying that I don't want this. It's okay, I don't care if it comes or not. That is not what detachment is, I feel.
yeah, this is a very wise way to think, actually. So we'll move with one more thing, and it is like one more thing, literally. So, could you provide some daily action plan for someone who actually want to work on their identity or, do something that they want that is like a scary, big, scary thing, but it's also very, I don't know, their heart's desire. So something that they
Yeah.
can do daily.
So, so let's say you're trying to manifest a job. I'm saying job, you can say an exam, could be whatever is in your mind. I'm just going to speak in terms of a job. So let's say you are trying to manifest your dream job at your dream company in your dream location, right? And when you say that I have this job at this location at this pay, you have to notice the first thing that comes to mind. I think for somebody who's trying to change their identity from the root, the first 10 days should go into observing what kind of thoughts they have, like what is their current identity that is working. Because if you don't know what is currently happening, you will not be able to change it 100%. So for 10 days, just sit with your thoughts, sit with what is running in your head. It will be scary because, of course, right now something is not serving for you. That is why you're trying to change it. So when you sit in
Yeah.
silence, you will have all of these thoughts that say, I'm a loser, and I'm not gonna be able to achieve anything. There is absolutely no way somebody like me can achieve that much, or I don't even deserve that. A lot of people have issues with knowing whether they deserve good things or not, or knowing whether they have self-worth issues aa jate hain, self-confidence issues aa jate. So sit with yourself, even though it's scary. 10 minutes every single day, sit with yourself, see what is your current identity saying. Once you do that for 10 days, you will see that there is a pattern forming in each thought. Each thought leads to one belief leads to one wound. So if you go through 10 days of data, it's just data for you. So if you go through 10 days of data, you'll understand कि तुम्हारे wounds क्या है, उन wounds की वजह से तुम्हारा belief क्या है, और उस belief की वजह से कौन से thoughts आ रहे हैं. So now when these thoughts come in your head, you're like, okay, this is because of that, and this is not the reality. I can change this. So for 10 days after that, once you find the wounds, you start shadow work. Then you say, where did this wound arise? How did this start in the first place? What does it convince me about myself? Like, let's say when I was getting bullied, I got bullied a lot for my looks. I got bullied a lot for the way I speak. So for the longest time, I had such major blocks in front of a camera. I could not, like, I have no pictures of myself from the ages of 13 to 18 because I was that shy. Very few pictures. वो भी जबरदस्ती. When Tattva Shakti started, I realized I have to make reels and I have to come in front of a camera and I have to speak and I have to, release all of these blocks. The blocks arise from the wound. The wound से फिर तुमको समझ में आता है कि तुमको क्या रिलीज करना है. एक बार तुमको पता चल गया कि ये wound है जिसको मुझे रिलीज करना है, then you go to EFT and you find EFT के videos that are particular to your wound and then you can release it. So this is like a whole process that it takes. But once you release these limiting beliefs, your life starts changing. It's such rapidly, like I'm telling you, you will not be able to believe it.
Okay, so you mentioned about EFT. So if a person, they identify, just to say, I'm taking my example, if I identify that I have ABC wound, okay, then I go on YouTube and I find Brad Yates video. I'll link his channel in this description. I find the video, I start tapping. How do I know? How will I know that the wound is not there, that things are healed, or I have released all those emotions? How will I know?
The way we reached the wound was because of the thoughts, because of the insecurities. Once the wound is healed, the thoughts will automatically stop. You will feel lighter, you will feel different, you will feel changed, and the most obvious change will be that all of these thoughts in your head, they will stop.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
And I'm not saying this is an instant process. It takes it is a gradual process, but every single week or every single day you'll feel thoda different, and one day you'll get up and realize you don't have that insecurity anymore. You don't care about, like, for me, I just woke up one day and realized I don't care about how I look on camera now. As long as I'm saying something that's valuable, I don't care if people make fun of me. And that is, for me personally, that is a huge way from where I've been through my childhood.
It is, actually, a lot of time, I guess collectively we have this thing, being on camera. I have always loved getting ready and clicking pictures. I have always loved that. But when it comes to video, when it comes to articulating my thoughts, it's scary because people will get to know what's going on in my mind. And this was a very hard thing to kind of accept that this is there. I'm still working on it, by the way.
Yeah.
It takes time.
No, but I've seen your videos. I saw your challenge, the 45-day challenge. I was following it a lot in the beach, and it was so good. I could see you speak, and I've learned so much from it also, to be very honest. I was seeing your aesthetic, the way the visuals and the fonts are there. It is amazing. Like, I really liked it.
Thank you. That challenge I took for that thing only, because a part of me believed that कि हमेशा हर चीज thought work से नहीं होता है. Sometimes just you have to jump and maybe build a parachute on the way, as one of my coach says. That we are a power woman. We jump on faith. We take a leap, and then we build the parachute on the way.
That's such a great thing to say. Like, genuinely, just jump and build a parachute on the way.
Yeah, and she is like a very big, in terms of, if I talk about business, she is doing it for, I guess, more than 15-16 years. And yeah, and she is like 9-figure business owner. There is one more thing that, how do I say it? It's like I eat fear for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, and this kind of changed a lot, because she said, whenever you want to do something new, fear is always going to come up. You just have to get over that fear and do the things that you really want to do. Do the things that will, make the society better, make everything better, like your inner world, outer world, maybe your family, your relationship. If something is, making things better, you need to do it and get over your fear. So this is the two
Yeah.
things very resonated to me.
Yeah. In fact, this I think I resonate completely because when I was applying for jobs, again, I had this huge chip on my shoulder that a self-taught designer, matlab, this is the worst kind of designer there is. So I thought I was so afraid of rejection that I made this challenge that I'm going to find rejections. Like I want to get rejected by design jobs. So at that point, I applied to 90 to 120 jobs, and every time I got a rejection, I was like, yeah, this is what I wanted. I'm going in the right direction because there was this one thing that I saw. It was scary. Like, honestly, it was the scariest thing of my life looking at those rejections and being like, you're not selected for this job. You're not. When the voices in my head are like, see, you're not going to be a designer anyway. Why are you even trying? Like, there's no way you're going to be a designer. And it's very loud to have these insecurities. But I had also seen this one quote, or, it was a little of a paragraph that said that suppose you want something and it's written कि तुमको तुम्हारे 100th रिजेक्शन के बाद वो मिले और तुम अगर 5th रिजेक्शन के तुमको वो वैसे भी नहीं मिलेगा. You don't know how many rejections you have until you get that thing. So just get rejected as fast as possible. So you reach that thing as fast as possible. So that was in my mind when I was trying to apply to all of these jobs and, get rejected as. So that is how I shifted my mindset. I was like, no, getting rejected is a good thing. What are they going to do? Max to max वो no बोलेंगे. But मैंने कोशिश की. मैं करूँगी कोशिश.
Yeah, this is all we can do. Apna best karo and let the universe do its best. I guess we have talked about everything. Do you want to share something to the audience?
Yeah. So if you're scared that you might not have what it takes to reach your dream, I'm telling you, there is nothing like that. If you want something, that desire is planted in you for a reason. God did not put लता मंगेशकर जी के अंदर उन्होंने क्रिकेट का नहीं किया और सचिन तेंदुलकर के अंदर उन्होंने सिंगर का ड्रीम नहीं दिया. तो जिसको जो ड्रीम आता है वो अपनी God knows our capacity. And if you have a calling, you have to go after it. There are a lot of fears that you'll have to face, but that is on you to beat them. And the moment you do, it's so good. Like right now, I'm telling you, the life I'm living right now as a career, I could not have imagined being this fulfilled 4 years back. From when I was graduating my pharmacy, I would not have imagined feeling this fulfilled and this happy with my career. Even though it has its challenges, I want these challenges. And I'm not, cussing out कि अरे ये तो मतलब मेरी लाइफ बर्बाद है, मुझे ये करना नहीं है, what kind of field am I into? I don't have these thoughts because I'm fulfilled as a person, because I took that leap of faith on myself. So everybody has that, and I genuinely believe that.
Yeah, everybody is capable of getting what they want, but the first step is start with believing that it's possible for them.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, guys, drop it in the comments and do tell me how did you like the conversation. Obviously, I know you're gonna love it.
Yes.
I loved it. So I loved having this
too. It's been
amazing
so
delicious
fun.
talk with you. Yeah. And it didn't feel like a podcast. It's feel like we are just talking. Okay. And I want to, keep this energy in each and every episode of the podcast. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. And I really appreciate your time. And yeah, follow her on Tatva Sakti. You can find her on Instagram. So if you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify, please check out my YouTube channel. And yeah, I love to have you. See you in my next podcast.